Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio,
and beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio,
And beyond, beyond.
Radio, and beyond,
Beyond.
say Beltway Radio, and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
beyond.
What? Beltway Radio
And beyond.
say Beltway Radio and beyond.
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond.
Beyond.
What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio.
And beyond.
And no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation.
Go on and
Turn me up.
Yo, y'all over here talking about that New Drink Radio and beyond. Come on, Slim. Yeah, they don't be liking that, man. They don't be liking that, yo.
They gotta get over it.
No, Tweety said she was going crazy listening to that joint, Slim. I kind of like it. I come through the door, it gets me a little, you know what I mean?
I think we should throw a hot 16 on that bitch.
You know what? Let's do that. Yo, I'm going to call AJ from fucking Gunline, and we need to freak the joint. I mean, yo, everybody upon the Bell Radio needs to drop some bars on that joint,
You can drop a bar. A whole hot 16.
Yeah, on for the Beltway Radio joint. You know what I mean? Yo, Pastor, you hear this? That's the idea that we going for, bro. You know what I mean? Good morning.
If y'all see our ugly face, y'all know it's 9:16.
Yeah, it's 9:16.
It's 9:16.
9:16. We have no concept of time on Real Talk Uncensored.
I do. I get off at 9.
Yeah.
It depends on how they play me in the traffic. I got behind 2 Metro buses this morning.
Oh, you fucked
who
up for
don't
real.
turn on red lights.
You fucked up
Look,
for
I'm
real.
sitting back there like, are you kidding
I
me?
can't go nowhere. Look, I can't say nothing because I just motherfucking walked in here 2 minutes before you did.
That's what I'm talking
You know what I mean?
about.
So, yeah,
you better support me.
We was running behind this morning.
You better be a nigga with
If you
me.
think we started at 9 o'clock, you're wrong. We're going to start at 9:15-ish.
9:07-ish.
No,
Depends.
shit. It all depends. I mean, I'm going to sit here, this background joint. All right, so.
Today is February 27th, and in honor of Black History Month.
Oh, yeah.
It's still ongoing.
It's still going. It's Black History Month. You know what I mean? His name today? Man. Yeah.
And why Man?
Yeah, huh? The first African American to bring squash casserole to a Thanksgiving in place of mac and cheese. And like it!
Yeah!
We got Man in the building. You know what I mean?
Everybody got a Man.
Everybody got a Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you didn't know Man, Black people, African Americans, when their little boys are born and they're small, they usually start out by calling them Man.
Okay.
And some of it stick.
It's sometimes, you know what I mean?
Sometimes. My little man.
It's a Man sticks, and it becomes their name. You know what I mean? It becomes their name. It becomes the whole thing. Like, yo, Man, what up? So we got Man over there today, y'all.
So, welcome him. Because you only got 2. No, according to the milk, you got 3 more days.
Yeah, you saw that shit? Like, whose job was that? Whose job was that, right? To put out the milk and say February 30th.
February 30th.
In that case, that shit is never going to expire. You know what I mean? It'll never expire February 30th. Come on, bro. What the fuck?
Tweety, your smart mouth ass. What's up, Moe? Tweety said, okay, I'm coming at 9:25-ish.
Yo, look, that's the new thing because we be on the CP time, and I need y'all to understand CP time is a real thing, especially with Real Talk Uncensored. We be on CP time. You know what I mean?
And Silk, it was 910. Silk said it used to be 910. And then it became 907 was
It
first.
was 907. It wasn't 910. It was 907. You know what I mean? And then it kind of moved and adjusted. And,
I had to train somebody this
So
morning.
you see how the time
It fluctuates.
the time fluctuates like this,
But
man.
don't get used to no time because guess what? It just might be. Look, you don't ever know. You don't ever know.
I don't need them to know. Just
You
figure
don't-
it the fuck out. You know? We
And
be
show the
fine.
fuck up.
You know what I mean? And while y'all waiting for us to come on, drop some bars on the Beltway Radio and beyond. You drop them bars, nigga. That's what we gonna do. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can see that we're all in a fucking good spirits today. It's a fucking fine fucking Monday. You know what I mean? How was your weekend?
I went to buried my goddaughter. on
Sorry to hear
Saturday.
that, man.
Thank you.
Deepest condolences.
30 years old, 3 babies. She had a 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and a 4-month-old. Passed away, y'all. Just,
That's just sad.
it makes you look at life. And today I cannot be there, so I want to give condolences out to the Proctor / Fawcett family. One of my good co-workers, Juanita, lost her mother. Today is her funeral, and I cannot be there because I'm here. So just condolences to them, if you know.
Man. Deepest condolences.
Her mother lived. She's 97.
She lived a beautiful life. You know what I mean? If I make it to 97, I'm gonna be a dirty old man.
Well, you a dirty old man now?
Nah,
This
I'm
is
not.
gonna
Not
be
yet.
continuation?
Not yet.
You gonna be grabbing what?
You know what I mean? Huh?
Dirty old man.
I'm
as
gonna be,
in,
yeah,
you
nigga.
ain't
I'm gonna be
wash
grabbing
your
titties.
ass, you ain't
No,
gonna-
I'm gonna be grabbing titties, asses, because old men can get away with that shit.
They cannot.
Yeah, yes, they can.
It still give creepy rape vibes. Like
How's it give creepy rape
do that.
vibes?
Patients do that. They want to hug you and then they grab on your butt like, I will not take care of you no more. I don't care how old.
So
that
note
shit
to
ain't
self: I
cute.
will not go to Kiki's hospital because if I won't get taken care of if I grab my butt. But if you walk past me, I'm gonna pat you on the ass. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk some shit. You be older. I'm gonna flash you and shit like that. It used to work real good back then. You know what I mean?
Look, never mind.
This dick!
Just saying. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be the fucking theme of being a dirty old man. That's just what we do. Yeah, Kiki, I'm trying. So this weekend was kind of dope, you know what I mean? Because I did take a ride. Me and Primo rolled out, and we went down to fucking Greensboro for Spotlight and for her birthday and whatnot.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Nice. Gate City Tavern and them fucking wings, dog. Them fucking wings be. Let me tell you something. The wings be all that. You know what I mean?
So let me tell you what I noticed, right?
What up?
It must have been, I knew something significant had to be taking place because Primo put a post up with him down here. This selfie, right?
Uh-huh.
He had the phone right here and he was like, just eating some wings.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the post?
That's the post.
So it must have been, I said something significant. I have to ask Tone.
Okay.
What
I
else?
don't know what the significant was because so they had a Barbie theme, right? They had a Barbie theme for her birthday, and there was they made a Barbie box. They were dressed up like Barbies.
Cute.
They had the Barbies to match the outfits to match them.
That's cute.
That was cute. I thought it was hot. And somebody who came up was like, "Why don't you go in there and take a picture inside the Barbie box?" That would be a big fuck no and a big fuck you. Not doing that shit. That was some old shit. I'm here to get some wings. I'm here to have a good time, get my drink on,
You ain't
and
here
party
to
a
be
little bit.
You
Huh?
ain't here to be in the Barbie box.
I ain't trying to do all that.
Because Ken wasn't in the Barbie box. Ken was in a Ken box.
Nah, exactly. So, you know what I mean? I was here. I was down there. I had a great fucking time. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to hold you. You know what I mean? It was a dope fucking time.
Shout out to Millennial.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I missed their riders. I missed their
MSR,
shit. I wasn't here.
Dope
You know what I mean?
turnout. They had if you was in this area more than 20 years, and on a set, everybody that it was ever out was out. And,
That's what's
you,
up.
You get people, because this is the 25th year, you get those clubs who have 25 years and on the set to bring out people like that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that Double Down, we will be around that long. We are 21 years now, but I hope Double Down will be around that long where they can, we can
What
pull
the
out
fuck
those
you-
old heads.
You better pull out them fucking old heads.
I mean,
it's
the
what happened.
newest too. The newest too. We give a hell of
Make
a
it
party. If you listen, Double Down gives a hell of a party, and we have not given a party since 2018.
So what the fuck was what we waiting on?
With COVID, you know what? Then we had because we had our bike night, so that was one of the things that kind of took.
I peeped that. I seen
But,
the post you posted the other day.
like,
Brought back the old retro.
I'm working with them peoples. I'm trying to convince them peoples. Like, come on, we need a bike night in our area on Wednesdays again. We don't have it. Game 7 got one coming up Thursday. Game 7
used to have the Game 7 has a bike night. Back in the days, that bike night at Greenbelt was bananas.
Platinum rollers.
That shit was bananas. You know what I mean? If you didn't experience that, I don't know what you're talking about, but that shit would be bananas. Like, yo, if packed was a nigga, that shit would be packed with you. Like, I can't even get inside the joint.
Listen.
You know what I mean? It'd take you an hour and a half just to get to the bar to get a drink. Nigga, it was ridiculous, man.
Look,
those were good
bike
days.
Night was so lit. I would people, not just me, but I'm speaking about me. I would slide in there knowing I got to be to work at 7 o'clock. I would slide in at 6:40. I would get up early sometime at 5:30 and hang in there so I can go to work. Like, motherfuckers was coming from work to go there and leaving there to go to work. That's how dope it was. And the community was like this. And everybody
it was a different vibe then.
It was
it was a dope ass vibe back then.
Yo,
we need to run that. We need to run that back. You know what I mean? We need to definitely run that back and make that happen again.
Well, why don't we just reset the phone? Let's just do a hard reset.
Do a hard reset.
And just yes.
You know what I mean?
Let's do a hard reset.
Hold on.
Shout out to Platinum Rollers. Y'all did it. Good morning, ELR. That must be Nita. Miss Nita. Hey, Crystal.
I'm sorry. This trying to get some shit lined up. All right. Well, we don't have no football really to talk about no more. It's that time of year again, Kiki. We get to it's like, we got basketball we can talk about, but I'm really not pressed about basketball.
Well, I got a question.
What's up?
Just a little football shit.
What's up?
Does having Brian by enemy, is it a good fit for y'all, or is it just because he's black? Because I'm telling you, a lot of people, I had a conversation.
And they feel because he's black?
Because he's black. Because he's black.
I think he's a good fit, and it's a young, fresh mind. And if you look at Washington knows always bringing old, over-the-hill motherfuckers in to coach our team. Some old school type of fucking play that doesn't work in today's NFL. You know what I mean? And when you bring this young mind in and the pieces that he's going to bring in around him, I think this gives us a bright future. Sell the team, Dan. You know what I mean? So what's the name? He's got a little firm getting his paper right. And Dan said, I'm not taking nothing less than $6 billion. $6 billion to Jeff Bezos is nothing.
They said if he spent the kind of money he got, I seen an article, right? They said that if he spent $8 million, I think $8 million is like spending $1,000.
Yeah.
That's how much money this Bama got.
You sound like, yo, I just dropped $8 million. It's just like $1,000. That's like a stack to me. Like, nigga, that's some other kind of fucking money. You know what I mean? So for him to drop that $6 billion on the team, it's gonna be nothing for him to do that. I don't want to see Jay-Z part of the fucking deal. Jigga, go take your ass somewhere else. This ain't for you, dog. You know what I mean? I'm with that. I'm with that. Nah, nigga. Jeff Bezos just buy the fucking team. Leave Jay-Z the fuck out of the shit.
What's your reason for Jay-Z? And I'll tell you mine. For now.
Wasn't he part owner of the Nets?
Yes.
And look how that turned out.
It was cute in the beginning. It was cute in the beginning.
It's always cute in the beginning.
Okay.
Nigga, you're not a fucking sports team owner. You're not an owner like that. I don't see you having the business savvy of running a fucking sport franchise. You know what I mean? Besides, on a day-to-day, you're not going to sit in it anyway. They're just using you because of who you are.
I think that it would be a distraction. I think having him there the same way it was a distraction before. It was a distraction in the beginning.
Yes.
We went to the Nets and and whatever. And just, I'm not mad at the money aspect of it, but what do you bring? Like, what wealth of knowledge? What is he bringing? What you bringing? Besides
what is he bringing
your
to run
portion?
That's it.
That's
all he's bringing.
Need you.
He don't need you. So that's what I'm saying. Let Jeff just buy the team by himself. You know what I mean? We have a new fucking owner. We have a new owner, a new management. You know what I mean? Riverboat Ron, he just will phase himself the fuck out right along and bring in some young, fresh minds to turn this organization the fuck around finally. I mean, it's looking promising, but Dan sell the fucking team.
How much time does Riverboat have on his contract?
It wouldn't matter. I think you know what I mean?
Hey, man. How much time does Riverboat have on his contract? This is his last contract here, right?
No.
I think he has another year. I think it's 2 years.
So what you saying? It won't matter. I
don't think it's going to matter because you brought this man, this young man in, right, to essentially take over for him. You know what I mean? I think he earned the right. You You know what I mean? I think he's going to take over for him. Like I said, I want to see the young minds come in and let them fucking, this is a young man's game right now. That old school shit back in the days, that shit ain't flying in today's NFL. You need to be and stay with the times. I think we're moving in the right direction as long as Dan sells the team. You know what I mean? We're going to be fucking golden. I think it's going to come together. It's really going to come together. I think bigger name stars would want to come play here now. You know what I mean? With the way that this team is transitioning and shit they moving, because before you couldn't get big stars to come and play here.
They just
you know
want
what I
to
mean?
get the money and go.
And we were infamous for that. You over the hill, washed up, and you come here and you get the fucking payday.
Well, you know what? As a person who is not a fan, but I would want your team to get that. I would want y'all to be in competition mode at all times. I would want that for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, so in turn, and although it pains me, I want that for y'all as well, because you know what I mean. Like yo,
you know it's not April Fool's Day. Why you? You mean that? Because it's not April 1st. Like you trying
to say I'm not genuine?
Oh, look at your face. Can you tell your face you genuine?
Yo,
God damn.
I'm just saying though. I mean, y'all have your own like history. You know what I mean? And to try to see your team get back there. You know what I mean?
This is being recorded.
Just to see your team get back there would be nice, because I was a young dude back then, and I remember the Cowboys, they had shit on lock that time. You couldn't say nothing. They had shit on lock. This was a dynasty team. You're not that team anymore. Does that play part to your owner?
Absolutely.
He'll never sell that team. That nigga die being
owner. Let me say this. How I feel like...
He almost near death anyway.
Like, golly, how I feel for football, I will want people to be at their highest level. I want all of us to be there. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
It makes football interesting.
Yes. You know what I mean?
It makes it interesting.
I think our division it should be the best division in fucking football, period. Fuck y'all. Fuck everybody else. Nothing personal to everybody else, but you would feel about that way about your division. Facts. I feel like that about our division. You know what I mean? It's possible, but I think this is a good fit for Washington. I think Washington, as long as Dan sells this fucking team and gets on about his business, we don't have to worry about his punk ass no more. And it's good.
It's in the air with Cowboys updates. Look like Mike Evans trying to come on over to us. That's a good look for us. Should the deal actually happen? Here.
Let's play it out and see what happens.
I'm just saying, look, I said, should it actually happen? It's in the air. It's in the air.
It's in the air.
They got a lot of people on the scramble board for Soul Train. They're going to get ready to do some stuff.
And Silk, I agree with you.
What's
You know what I mean? Oh, see, here goes Sam with that. Who they? Ah, we're not talking about them. Oh, come on here with that orange and black Bengals shit. We're not talking about them. Now, Silk said he was like, I want that Redskins versus Cowboy rivalry to be number one like it used to be. And that used to be like the biggest rivalry ever. Yes. It needs to get back to that level. Yes. You know what I mean? It just does. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
DK Metcalf faces NFL drug test after winning the All-Star.
Why is he? Because MVP. Why? Was they think he was on some shit?
Yes. They so fucking crazy.
So he's not supposed to be athletic and be able to play other sports and do other shit besides football?
People say that you're supposed to downplay a lot of those things after this postseason because of liabilities, of being hurt and all that. So the fact that he was playing so hard, people say, oh.
But they're competitors. This is what they do.
Come on.
This is what when they on the field, they being competitors. Why wouldn't he carry that same shit playing basketball? You know what I mean? If he was make that make sense for me, Kiki. I'm a little stuck on that right now. It sounds stupid as shit.
I'm over it.
That doesn't sound right at all, man. So what? So now you're going because he's black, he had to be on drugs? That's what you're saying? Oh, you know what I mean? Well, do you not know that we are very talented people? You know what I mean? We are talented people.
And some people, being competitive is at the forefront and the rear. Like some people come in the game like
exactly.
You can't, like whatever. He must be a Scorpio. I got to look him up. He must be a Scorpio.
Oh, God.
He must be a Scorpio. Hey, man, can you look up DK Metcalf's zodiac sign for me, please? I think he must be a Scorpio.
You must be thinking he's a Scorpio?
They have to dominate.
He should. He came in there to play fucking a game. He came in there to show athletes can play other sports just as well. You know what I mean? As just playing, what you trying to say? He's only allowed to play football. He can't play nothing else. That just sounds dumb. We've seen that with athletes playing other sports and can dominate in other sports as well. You know what I mean?
Because you got to think about it too. A lot of people end up in football or end up in basketball.
Exactly. It was what they started with.
Excuse me.
Come on, man.
DK Metcalf was born on December 14th, 1997.
He's a Sagittarius.
Okay, so
Almost a Capricorn.
Oh no, we're not almost shit. We're not bringing that up about being a Capricorn. He's a Sagittarius, and this man is a ball. He played. I don't think you drug tested him for what? That's stupid shit.
Here's some math for you.
What's that? That's
just leaving Scorpio. Just saying. I was almost right. It's just leaving Scorpio.
You know, her in these signs.
Here's the bigger question of all.
Okay.
Did the groundhog see his shadow, or was he on fentanyl or some shit? Did you see this weather last week?
If y'all keep listening to that funky ass groundhog, y'all people are some dumbass motherfuckers. Weather's gonna do. Fuck Ponce Phil. That nigga can't still be Ponce Phil. How long has that nigga lived?
As long as the queen. What? I told you.
I ain't know them motherfuckers lived that long. You know
why they let her die? Something happened. They let her die, like for real. They was changing her out like the Olsen twins. You know, you thought
she was
when
like
you was
100 years old.
watching Full House.
Yeah.
You thought.
I really did though. I thought it was just one. I didn't know there was two of them motherfuckers.
That's how
I was
the queen,
all fucked up.
That's how the queen is. And that's how Constantine Phil is. You never know.
I didn't know it was all fucked up behind that. I'm like, damn, dog. But that's all they do. They keep switching this nigga out, yo. They switching him out. Yo, he's on crack. I don't know. Shit, and have at it. You know what I mean? I got some fucking I got some land in the middle of the ocean that I can sell you. Real exclusive. You know what I mean?
There's some land.
There's some land in the middle of the ocean I can sell you, Slim. You know what I mean? You will be the fucking man. You know what I mean? Just drop me a fucking. All I need is about $8 million in my account, and it's all yours. I'll sign the title over to you.
Chico said, "Who was Man?"
Who's Man? Who?
Chico. He said, "Who was Man?"
Who's Man? The white guy. His name is Man.
Yes, you didn't come in the beginning, but for the whole month of February we gave the white man black names, and today's name is Man. Man is the first of African American to bring squash casserole to Thanksgiving and like it.
Yes, yes, my friend. Yes, you know what I mean? All right, so, somebody got Sandy in the comments going crazy. She's like, easy, nigga, don't make me comfy, yo.
Uh-oh.
Is she talking about me talking about her bangles? I don't think she like me talking about her bangles, because that's who they all day. Yo, when it come to her and them bangles, nigga, that's a motherfucker right there. If you cut her veins open.
Your bangles are some shit.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah.
Just saying. Hey.
Okay.
So why people mad at Ben Stein for?
Well,
why are they mad at him? Because I heard they was mad at him. They was mad at him for some shit. Why are they mad at him?
Because he said he wanted the big black African American woman, the heavy set African American woman, aka Aunt Jemima, back on the syrup bottle. He said the syrup tasted better. He liked it then, and his Caucasian counterparts is mad, and some of us are mad too because he called her. I'm not yell. Okay. He called her a big African American woman.
He didn't say nigga.
And is he wrong?
He's not wrong.
You know that.
Nigga, why did you take her off? She been on the bottle since when I was a baby. She been on the bottle. And the bottle was shaped like her.
Inclusion. I liked it because it was shaped like her.
Woman, and now it's just Pearl Mill. Who is Pearl Mills? That's a white name. Pearl Mill is a white name. That's an old white lady.
And it tastes
from the mountain.
It tastes unseasoned. It tastes unseasoned. You don't know, man. Do you eat pancakes? Did you eat?
I eat pancakes and waffles and French toast. Yeah.
So did you notice that the syrup?
It doesn't taste the same.
I don't use Aunt Jemima.
What?
No. Either A, I get another brand, or
is it the cost?
Or I make my own.
Is it the cost, or is it the cost, or you just don't like the way it tastes?
I haven't, since the name change, I haven't used it. Let's put it that way.
Come on, man.
All right.
Me neither. Pearl Milling.
Okay.
Pearl Mills Company.
The Pearl Mills, the Pearl.
That sounds nasty.
But surprisingly enough, that's the official corporation that owns Aunt Jemima. So
from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Okay.
I don't care.
We don't care. Why? But you just should have left it alone. Aunt Jemima was a fucking household name.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It was just the reason. So.
Well, niggas, because it's sensitive. Bring the bottle back and let her and put the seasoning back in it. Damn it.
Because it's
bland.
It's bland. Ain't no butter in there. Ain't no shit, artery clogging shit in there. Come on. Come on, do
I
us a
mean,
favor.
I'm just saying that's what I would want in there. I want the black mother back on the bottle with the fucking scarf on her head. I want that back, Slim. I'm not mad at him for saying that. I'm not mad at him. He's a little old. He's a little older now. See, when you get older, you can say some shit.
No, and listen, and the fact that he's honestly, essentially, he's standing up. He's saying what we all could say. And guess what? When I said it, it didn't make the news. When you said it, it didn't make the news.
But when he
says it, it's news.
You know what I mean? And he, technically, I'm going to say this much. I don't think his statement doesn't require him to be on the mountain. I think he's down in the valley somewhere.
Well, it did. The weather was weird all week, so.
That's what it is? It didn't matter? The weather was weird?
Yes.
So the air changed?
Yes.
The quality of the air changed? They didn't know what was going on? They were just saying some wild shit. But you know you people on the mountain. That thin air make y'all, I don't know.
What about the mountain people? What about them?
You know, these fucking mountain people.
I don't know.
Well, let's just talk about it. Top 10 Cassidy. This is brought from you, the tippity top of the mountain, the whitest of the whitest. You get no whiter. That is where the air is the thinnest. And they do the wildest shit up there. They say the wildest shit. They come out their caves during the middle of the day, and they have a little hulu dance that they do, and this is the shit that goes down on the mountain. A 19-year-old named, what's their fucking name? Naisha? Naisha had her name spelled B-nigga. Okay, let me start this over.
Because listen,
let me start this over real quick.
that marinate.
I have to get this marinate right now.
What the fuck was that?
Hold on. A 19-year-old named Naisha had her name spelled B-nigga from a Chick-fil-A location in Charlotte, North Carolina. Is it Charlotte, North Carolina, right? Charlotte, what the fuck is going on down there? Chick-fil-A, okay. From Chick-fil-A, this is what the employee put for her name as it was Black History Month. The worker said that she was new and it was an honest mistake. Wait a minute.
What would you do if you picked up your order?
Wait. No, I'm not even picking up my order. As an employee, you were not expecting me to wear that shit. What the fuck is you doing here? You're not expecting me to wear that shit. So she put the name tag on.
A lady was picking up her order.
Okay.
The worker put her name down as B nigga. So when she picked up her food, that was on the receipt. Miss Naisha, who should have turned everything in that bitch upside down.
I'd have lost my fucking mind. I'd have lost my fucking mind in there. You know what I mean? Because
well, Chick-fil-A came in, swooped in with the save. Quote with my fingers, right?
Save?
They said she was new. It was an honest mistake. They just
so B nigga is an honest mistake. Her name. Wait. Her name is Naisha and B nigga. It was a typo issue.
You can see how.
Really?
No.
Just show me where. I need a direct path to where that shit makes sense.
Man, if that had happened to you, and you walked in the store, the establishment, and they had white bread, Wonder Bread on your thing.
I don't say white bread, but people want to know what that's a
they
racist
say
statement.
Wonder Bread. What would you say if you picked up your order and it said Wonder Bread?
The order because that's not my name. So it's like, who's Wonder Bread?
And how did you give it to me, bitch?
Yeah. if he's like, this is yours, and it's like, and we're talking to a manager.
Look,
We gotta talk to somebody. We gotta talk to somebody because I need to understand. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's my name. I'm fucking shit up like you. I'm gonna fuck shit up in there. Like, who the fuck you think you're talking to? You know what I mean? Nah. Chick-fil-A is known for that. Chick-fil-A is known for some shit. Like, they don't believe in the Yeah, I'm not saying it today.
No, don't.
But they don't believe in that at all, and they make it rightfully clear. And it is always packed in Chick-fil-A.
Because their food is good.
Fuck everyone.
Except for on Sundays.
Except for on Sundays.
Fuck Sundays
when
is they close.
not open. Because they Jehovah's. No.
They what?
No.
I don't know what they are. But, make it make sense. Anytime y'all go to Chick-fil-A, right, it's always a packed line in there.
But let me tell you something.
Always.
How I will be B nigga. After I start owning motherfucking and I can eat free and Chick-fil-A forever because of this, I will be B nigga. You have to call me B nigga then. You got to, because once I finish with y'all, you have to call me that. Thank you.
I mean,
and that employee for real.
I agree with Batman. Batman was like, yo, it's a lawsuit. I wouldn't want a lawsuit. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers, we talked about this on the show before. Motherfuckers are suing for anything. And they're getting it. And they're getting paid. Nigga, you call me a B nigga, I'm traumatized by this shit.
Once again, the lady sued God and won. Remember, she sued God. Because he didn't show up.
Yeah.
She won by default.
So should I shoot Washington gas? Oh, later for that though. Oh, I shouldn't have said. Whoop! Okay, moving right along.
Stenographer, strike that from the record.
Don't strike shit from the record because they about to be on my next level of
today. You said you say it.
Oh,
today.
Okay. They are my next level of top tier carcassity.
Absolutely.
Okay. An Alaskan Republican state lawmaker, State Representative David Eastman, stunned his colleagues this week by making a case for potential economic benefits of fatal cases of child abuse. He spoke at a hearing concerning traumatic childhood experiences and how they affect the child over the course of their lives. In the case where a child abuse is fatal, obviously it's not good for the child, but it's actually a benefit to society because there aren't needs for government services. Wait, what?
Yes.
And what not to take the whole course of that child's life. Eastman said, wait, I can't. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Time out. That is some top tier shit.
That's top tier. So brief it up for. Let me brief it up.
Please brief that shit up for me because I'm fucked up right now. That's not.
What Mr. State Representative Dave Eastman is saying is that, of course, child abuse is terrible, but it benefits the state because you don't have to use their services, i.e., therapists and welfare and shit like that. So it benefits for the child to be dead. If you beat your child, yes, if you have child abuse, at least kill a kid so they don't have to spend a lifetime of getting free services through the government. This mother, that ain't the top.
That
what? Yes.
That's the tip of the fucking mountain.
Yes. Shall I read that again so everybody can get it?
Did y'all get it? Y'all need her to say this shit again because you gotta really let that shit marinate on your mind for a minute because it came fast. You gotta let it marinate to understand what you said. That's some top tier shit.
This is how top tier people think. There's no way on God's green earth a person that came through a woman's birth canal could say that child abuse and or death from child abuse is a great thing for the government. What type of shit you on? Where does this even make the news, bruh?
Like, they made the news, though.
And you at the highest level. You a state representative.
He's a lawmaker.
David Eastman. Look him up.
Hold on, I got some more top tier for you.
It don't get worse than that.
I don't think it gets worse than that, but it gets a little funnier than that.
Okay.
There was this interview, and a guy was asked a question, right? And the question was asked as to whether he would sleep with the oldest woman or the hottest trans woman in the world, right? This was the question he was asked, and he went off about it, right? He said, and people got offended. So the person that answered the question got so offended, she got up and fucking walked off the fucking interview. Because he was like, you're still a man. I don't give a fuck, that's a man. I'm not sleeping with a man, right?
Apparently he chose the old woman.
He states that it would make him homosexual as a trans woman or biologically or male. So he's saying if I sleep with a trans woman, I'm really sleeping with a dude, I'm gay.
So I'm gonna pick granny.
I'm picking the old woman. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers got they lost they shit. And the nigga was he was white and he was real calm. He was like, what?
I said what I said.
Stand on my ground. I don't care. Cancel me. I don't care.
And they're mad. This is what I was talking about last week when we was talking about does biology trump gender? And apparently it does. You're mad because the man is telling you his preference. Like, I don't want to sleep with a trans woman.
But you see, that's the thing. But you can't tell them if you don't agree with their ideology and their thinking. Now they want to cancel you and you're wrong. You know what I mean? You're not allowed to think for yourself and have your own opinions. They have to agree and line up with their thinking process. Fuck out of here. I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him. And you got to think about it. You got to really think about it. He said, If I slept with a trans, what is this, a woman? Trans woman?
Yes.
I'm really sleeping with a dude. Where's the lie?
Where the lie?
I don't care what you went to court and you got your name changed or your gender changed. At the end of the day, your DNA still says you are a dick. You're a dude with dick and balls. You just had them removed.
Just like who was that was telling us that if they dig up your bones? Who was that telling us?
We were talking about that. If they dig up your bones 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now, and the motherfucker new civilization find your bones, they are not going to say, "Oh shit, this was a trans. This was guy was getting." No, they're gonna be like, "Hey, that's a woman, and that's a guy, and that was a male,
and a male,
this is
and
a
a
male."
female.
And when they go to fucking make how you look again, they're not gonna make you how you look with fucking long weave and makeup and fucking eyelashes and all that. You just gonna look like the old nigga like Michael. You gonna look like old Michael Jackson with a big fat nose.
Look, Essence made a very good point. Essence said about David Eastman. She said, "I hope this ain't the same state that banned abortion."
Is it?
I don't know.
Man.
I might have to look it up.
Man, is that? I'm curious.
Was Alaska one of the states that banned abortion? Man's gonna look
He's
it up.
gonna look it up. He's gonna look it up and see. You know what I mean?
Statistical man.
Statistical man. Statistical man. You know what I mean? But I agree with this guy. You know what I mean? I don't disagree with him, but they canceled him. I'm gonna see if I can find a video and share the shit so y'all can see exactly what happened. Like Shawty was pissed.
Mad,
you know what I mean?
like,
like she was going off on him.
She was offended by him, and you're a dick. You're transphobic. Like, come on, you can't say that.
Y'all wrong, but you know what I mean? We can't cancel them, but they can cancel us.
So listen, to me,
Make sense.
To me, you should just ask a rhetorical question, or you should just give me the answer, or just speak for me. Then to place the question, or to place the question and allow me to answer it.
If you're gonna ask me the question, then you got to be susceptible for my fucking answer that I'm gonna give you. You got to, and you got to respect it because that's my opinion. I may not agree with it. You may not agree with it. But you got to respect it because that's my opinion. To get mad like that, let's start canceling some of these groups. Let's start canceling some of their answers the way they cancel us.
That response. What's up, man?
To answer your question, it is legal in Alaska to have abortion.
Okay,
Okay.
Don't be surprised.
There you go,
Don't be surprised if they are going to become on the list to ban abortions. You know what I mean? Just saying. Oh boy.
Can we go to the other side of the world? Can we just get off the mountain for a minute? Or no?
I have to leave the mountain because the air is starting to fuck with my mental. You know what I mean? And I'm seeing the cave dwellers look at me through there, and the cave dwellers are looking at me, pointing at me, and they're like, "I'm gonna call Washington Gas on this nigga again." Really?
Tone, do not make me lose my voice today.
I'm going to. You know what I mean? We have to get off this mountain. They're coming. The eyes is watching us.
Take me with you, because fuck this.
The pink people are pinking right now, and they're looking at me. You know what I mean? I'm a racist.
We taking Man with us this time. Until April 1st.
A motherfucker wanted, this is some serious shit. Somebody asked me, I made this remark and was like, "Yo, you white bread chicken shit Huckleberry." And a motherfucker was like, "Well, what did you mean by that?"
That was an old saying, too.
That's an old school saying. I was like, you were sheltered as a kid, wasn't you? It was a black person that asked me that. Yeah. Hey,
I watch a lot of old movies.
Go watch DC Cab and then get back.
Yeah, they all the old movies they refer to, especially George Jefferson. He can give you a whole bunch of them.
Boy, honky. If I had said honky,
Wonder Bread, like yeah.
But okay, let me get off this fucking mountain. I see y'all. I see you Caucasians. Hey, niggas, here we come. My niggas. Because you know you niggas is my niggas. We have to go to the niggas now. Oh, God. A Georgia woman recently was arrested after authorities say she purposely crashed into a Popeyes restaurant. The 50-year-old woman, Belinda Miller, Belinda. You know what I mean? Of Augusta is charged with felony aggravated assault and criminal damage to property in the first degree. The Popeyes manager told deputies Miller drove her SUV into the east entrance after she became upset that her order didn't have any biscuits. You ain't give me my biscuits? Bitch, I want my biscuits. I'm going to show you today. Yeah. You're going to learn today. You're going to make my biscuits, right?
This heifer.
So The manager corrected the order, and she received her biscuits prior to the incident. This bitch was still mad.
She's mad.
You know what I mean? I want my biscuits right when I want them. Miller fled the scene, according to the report. Her car was later found at her home with front end damage.
She went home to eat her biscuit. Not only is Belinda Obama and hungry,
Just saying.
she's stupid.
She dumb as fuck. She wanted her biscuits right then and there.
So clearly she didn't see nothing wrong with ramming her car. into
Yeah, I wanted to just sit and talk with Belinda. Belinda, baby, help me understand something.
That's biscuits.
I'm gonna
Come
give you.
on.
I got some biscuits for you because I need you to think with me carefully. But you thought about ramming your car into the building because you didn't have business. So you fucked your car up.
Yes.
Your insurance company ain't paying for shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now you got charges. You about to go to jail or pay some fines. You know what I mean?
But you got your biscuits.
But you got your biscuits.
I'm sure. How many Popeyes you think she passed by,
Huh?
or other places that sell? How many Popeyes you think
She wanted them
passed by?
Popeye dry ass biscuits.
God dang.
It was something about the biscuits for her.
My niggas be niggering, yo. Yo, look, Karan said she thought it was a drive-through.
She was trying to make this shit a drive-through, nigga. I'm gonna pull my car up here. Y'all gonna give me my biscuits.
hey, Nicoletta, them biscuits dry as hell. If you don't have multiple jellies, strawberry.
Mac D said, I'm not saying she right, but I understand. Oh, we gonna understand. Yo, look, don't be playing about my fucking biscuits, dog.
We ain't even talking about Red Lobster.
Oh, the Red Lobster biscuits are fucking crack. Them joints is crack, like
We ain't
nigga.
even talking about Red. The Cheddar Bay.
The cheddar, yo, them joints is ridiculous. You're talking about the Popeye dry block biscuits. If you don't
Yes.
eat them joints when you first get them,
Forget
forget about it. You gotta eat them biscuits as soon as you get them. You can't indulge in anything else. Eat them biscuits when they warm, because if not, like 10 seconds later, that shit is a brick. You throw that shit, put somebody's eye out.
You know where you take them at when you don't eat them? I'm gonna advise you people
What?
to take it to the curling center in Laurel. When we was at our, what you call that, the hockey joint, take
Yeah.
it to the curling center.
They'll
They'll use it.
use them as pucks over there. You know what I mean? Tweeter said, use the Pearl Mill syrup on the fucking in your yard. Problem solved. Pearl Mills, we found a use for you. Shit. What's wrong with you? Yo, right foot, she is the nigga of the week. That is the nigga of the week. No matter what any other niggas do, she is niggering. Come on, y'all. We gotta do better. You know what I mean?
Please do better, people.
They not.
Please do better.
You know what I mean? Because here's the sad part. Next week, there's going to be a nigga that says, it's going to wake up and say, I can top her. I'm going to do something to top her. And we're going to talk about you next week, too.
It's always somebody. That's why. This is the reason why, honestly, Tom, a lot of this stuff I'm kind of scared to speak about because it will be somebody. It will be a TikTok challenge.
Yeah.
In a few weeks.
It will. Ram Popeyes.
Speaking of TikTok challenges, the District of Columbia is passing out wheel locks for people who have Hyundais and Kias because it's a TikTok challenge for the kids to come and
they're
steal the
stealing
cars
cars.
with the USB cord.
Yeah. Regular USB. Allegedly, they fixed the patch, though, but before they could fix the patch and then fix it, niggas was just robbing niggas' cars with the USB joint. Come in there and just take your car, drive away. Wild shit.
Let me find out. Do you see the page? Oh, here it is.
Okay, hold on.
Here it is.
What's-
Free steering wheel locks from a district station on Friday. According to a release from district officials, residents who qualify for a free steering wheel lock must bring the following. You have a 2011 through 2021 Hyundai or Kia vehicle, a steel key ignition, keyless entry, push start vehicles are not impacted. Proof of a DC registration and a district ID. The steering wheel locks will be handed out first come, first serve. Owners may pick up a free lock from any of the following. You can go to 1st District, 101 M Street Southwest, 2nd District, 3320 Idaho Avenue Northwest, 3rd District, 1620 V Street Northwest, 4th Street, 6001 Georgia Avenue Northwest, 5th District, 5D, 1805 Bladensburg Road Northeast, 6D, 5002 Hayes Street Northeast, and 7D, 2455 Alabama Avenue.
That's what's up.
So if you got one of those cars,
They're going to give you the club. They're going to give, that's the club. They're going to
It's
give you
the
the
club.
club. They're going to give you the
Yeah.
club. You know what I mean? Just so you don't get your shit taken. You know what I mean? Like, because niggas just walk up and just take your shit. It's fucked up.
ain't nothing worse than that shit.
All right, so I got to get that. That is the ultimate nigga challenge. Okay, so no. We got to talk about you fucking lying news of the day. Because grandma, You niggas, some of you niggas, this should have been niggas shit too, because some of you niggas just have no moral code at all, whatever the fuck you do. You just want to be some ultimate niggas. Okay.
Okay.
A grandmother headed to chemotherapy. Listen to me now, y'all. Listen to me. Turn the volume up. Turn it up. A grandmother headed to chemotherapy, right, in Washington, D.C. last week, fought off a teenager who attempted to carjack her. The woman known as Grandma said, next thing I know, he walked up talking about, give me your keys, I got a gun. I said, baby, you better shoot me, because you're not taking my car. He pushed me into the door, and I got up, and I grabbed him, and I was hitting his ass. You know what I mean? And hitting him, and fighting him, and I said, you're not going to take my car, youngin'. Grandma said when she called for help, neighbors jumped into action, right? You know what I mean? And then when they jumped into action, they came running and whooped this dude's ass and beat the shit out of him. And then nigga went to jail behind the joint. You know what I mean? And he didn't steal a car. Now, hold on. This is like the latest craze in D.C. These niggas is really carjacking niggas. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, if you carjack me, I'm going, before you can even open that door, I'm going to send them shots through the fucking door. I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? But this is an old lady. Where do you draw the line at?
You don't. Kids don't.
And this is in her neighborhood or her block. She lives out on her block and you trying to rob her? Come on, bro.
All I'm trying to do is stay alive and go get chemo. So listen, this is what I was telling you.
Come on, man.
What I was mentioning about line blurring. The kids don't see you as an adult. They just see, we all the same to them. Like, nobody has no type of moral code or moral compass to say, this somebody granny.
Uh-huh.
And now your stupid ass in jail. And if you notice, it was 4 or 5 youngins that was killed this weekend. Y'all be in DC.
Hold on. This is fucking lying news of the day. There's more lying news of the day.
You fucking lying. Yeah,
There's more fucking lying news of the day. Because God, you just gotta be kidding me with this shit. A Florida man dumped 2 glasses of water on his older brother in an argument over key lime pie. What kind of key lime pie is that? I want to know.
Look, key limes are in Florida. So
key limes are in Florida. You know what I mean?
They got the best.
And clearly, David Sherman Powelson, Mountain Dweller, 64.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're going to put him in jail for decades. You know what I mean? Upon conviction. You know what I mean? He was charged with 1 count of first-degree felony aggravated battery on a person 65 years of age or older involving his sibling. Said he ate a piece of that pie his brother has been saving for later. An argument ensued, and court documents said Powelson faces potentially lengthy prison sentence and thousands of dollars in fines under Florida law if he's convicted. I'm afraid to move to Florida now.
You gotta be afraid.
What?
A lot of shit.
So there's a charge. If a person is 65 years age or older, you can't even graze them.
Read that again. That piece.
First, he was charged with 1 count of first-degree felony.
Yep.
Aggravated battery on a person 65 years of age or older.
See, I wonder if that law is in D.C. from this little youngin that tried to carjack this lady. I wonder if that's a law here.
It's going to have to be something. It's going to have to be something because
a felony, not a misdemeanor.
No, it's a felony. It's a felony. You know what I mean? Some of these youngins that we're dealing with today, you need to stop treating them like they're kids and slapping them on the wrist. You need to start throwing these motherfucking numbers at them and send them to jail. At their age that they're at now, they know from right from wrong and what the fuck they doing, and they still doing it anyway because they have no fear because they know I'm not gonna get no time. I'm a minor. They ain't gonna do shit to me. No, nigga, start throwing these little niggas under the jail. Fuck their life. They didn't care about what they were doing. Throw them under the jail. Fuck them.
What we doing? Come on.
No, this shit is funny. I'm sorry.
I'm following you.
I'm sorry. I'm still going on this shit. A retired man robbed a bank. He waited for the police to arrive and handed him a note saying he would rather be in jail than with his wife.
Look, man.
Hold on. He was sentenced to house arrest. We're not making this shit up, I'm trying to tell you this shit is not made up. This really happened. This nigga went and robbed the bank, He said, nigga, I'd rather be in jail. I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more.
Sure.
And the judge was like, oh, yeah? We're going to leave your ass home with your wife.
He can't go nowhere.
Didn't we just have a conversation last week about the old dude? Because she wouldn't shut the fuck up and he killed her.
Then watch, we got to look out for this.
You gotta watch out for this, man. He's going to be the next one. Oh, my God. All right, where we going? Because, pregnant murder. Oh, wait a minute. I got to do this one.
Okay.
I got to do this one.
Okay, come on.
So, because, you know what I mean, this is the last of the What the Fuck News, because this What the Fuck News was kind of funny. Mm-hmm. All right. A pregnant murder suspect demands jail release. Says her fetus is innocent. A lawyer argued in court documents that detaining a suspect's unborn child in the correction center in Miami was unfair, stating the unborn child has not been charged with any crime by the state. Placed in such a dangerous environment and being in close proximity to violent criminal offenders, the mother also argued that the fetus incarceration is a violation of his rights guaranteed by the United States and Florida Constitution. More Florida shit.
And this going to court. You say you can sue for anything? This is going to court.
But
Actually, this.
Come on,
here
man,
it comes.
man. Come on, man.
Man, come on with it, man.
To be honest with you,
Yes.
technically, I think she can win this.
I think she can win it.
Okay.
Because it is, you know, mind you, you're endangering a future life. Mind you,
Yeah.
in Florida, they quote unquote, highly, respect that.
Obviously.
So yeah, likely, yeah, you may get quote unquote house arrest. But yeah, I think she might win this.
Okay.
So this could be a case where they were prolonging it until she at least gives birth, and then.
So pause. Let's
on-
time out for a second.
It's murder.
There's a lot of females. There are a lot of females that give birth in jail, and the baby gets taken away and subsequently. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is some new nigga shit. By the way, she is a nigga. It's a nigga.
She's a nigga.
Okay.
But listen, she the first nigga that said, wait a minute. Because them other niggas just gave the babies, just gave them away.
No, they gave birth.
They didn't fight though. She's fighting. She got a point.
So what are they supposed to do? Just take her unborn baby out her body and leave her ass in jail? How does that work?
No, if she fight this and wins it, that's it.
What happened? What is the outcome of that?
Well, that's what I was asking.
I'm curious to know what's the outcome.
You think they would prolong it until she gives birth and then pick up where you? Because she's on this murder.
Okay, so she's a murder suspect.
Yeah, suspect.
So how is that gonna fly?
We gonna see. It's Florida.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna follow this case. I want to watch it because I kind of see your point, but bitch, when you give birth to the baby, the baby gets going anyway, and the baby's inside. Make that make sense?
Everybody's agreeing. Batman said it's legitimate. Sandy said I agree. Krista said she. Yeah.
But
listen.
what you're saying is when a female goes and gets incarcerated and she's pregnant and she's going to be there and she's going to do some time, right? Mm-hmm. If a female is pregnant, once she gives birth, the baby gets given to family. You give birth and give to family. How are they going to keep you out of jail so you can give birth out of jail? Nah, nigga, you still going to be in a paternity ward locked up. Okay. And your baby like that. It's already like that.
But the thing is, based off of what it's saying, how does it state how far along she is?
No, it didn't state that.
Okay. So depending on how far along she is, she can win this by stating the fact that her future baby will be endangered. Mm-hmm. So, and then on top of that, she can add the fact is like, what I'm trying to say. On top of that, she's gonna have to again be in protective situations. So, likely, yeah, she'll be in another ward, another cell, whatever.
So they have a maternity ward for pregnant women. You know what I mean? So you're not in like regular Gen Pop. You're in a pregnant one. So Silk said, when you committed the crime, if you were pregnant and you committed the crime,
both of y'all did it.
The child is an accessory. Fuck that kid.
But look, Sandy
the child was with the mother when she did it.
Look, no, I was thinking about that too. Sandy said she can. If we are saying that a fetus is legally a person at a certain stage, they have rights too.
They do, but you can't pull the fetus out of her body. You know what I mean? So you're negating the fact that she is a murder suspect. You're negating that and be like, oh, because she's pregnant, we're going to sit her over here. No, they have a maternity ward in jail for women like that. And once you give birth to your baby, your ass gets shipped to Gen Pop and the baby goes back to being free on the outside.
So what is not being negated here is that there's a maternity ward. We know that. That's not what's on trial here. She's saying that my child is in danger. And being in a maternity ward or not, you still never criminal.
Bitch, you should have thought of that silly shit when you went to kill somebody. With your pregnant ass, you waddled your ass over there? Allegedly. You waddled your ass over there. You know what I mean? You wasn't thinking about that shit in that scenario. What if they were shooting shots back at you? You stupid bitch. You didn't think about that then now. Now you worried about being in jail and somebody hurting your baby? Fuck your kid. Fuck you and your dumb ass baby. Fuck out of here, stupid bitch. But you know what? It's gonna go to court. And she's gonna win.
She gonna win. She's in Florida.
Florida is fucked up.
Where we going? The baby was inside screaming murder.
No, listen, you have to go somewhere else. I just saw this FYI shit. I'm gonna move right on. No. Where we going? Why? Dwayne Wade's daughter was officially granted name and gender change. Yeah. Still a boy. Still a boy. And on paper, you can call it a girl or whatever or not, but that little nigga still he sits down in peace, but his balls are still hanging in the toilet.
All right. So
there we go.
Let's go to some.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
You just fell into my, Yu-Gi-Oh trap.
Oh,
Come
Lord.
On. Did we?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
What's that?
Hold on. Give me one.
Got something for us.
Oh, I got something for you.
Okay. All right.
But you can continue on one side.
All right. Well, what we got here? What we got? Oh, shit. Where we going, Kiki?
We
got some what the fuck news? Oh,
yes.
Shit,
What the fuck news of the day.
Go start with the what the fuck news.
They had talked about buying a house for a while. Man and her woman and her fiance.
Okay.
Because her boyfriend couldn't afford a deposit, he agreed that she would put down a down payment. And then they would get a joint mortgage for the remainder. He would then pay the first 2 years of mortgage repayments to make their contributions equal.
Okay.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Fast forward to 18 months later, no harm there, right? Then the woman finds out that her boyfriend has been having an affair for over a year and had brought the other woman home to their house while she was working. She was a night shift worker, a nurse at night, and I know a lot about this. She was never home. She does night shifts, so he brought the other woman to their home. Angry about this, she packed the bag and left. She took her daughter with her.
Okay.
Because fuck it. Now, mind you, keep in mind the arrangements. Though,
Yeah. Okay. I'm listening. Go ahead.
She went to her mama's house.
All right.
A few weeks later, she immediately told her boyfriend that they had to sell the house because she wanted her deposit back. Because now she don't got no money. I done gave up my shit.
You got to move out your shit and all that other shit.
I need to get my shit back.
Okay.
As it turns out, the ex-boyfriend hadn't paid for all of the mortgage repayments as they had agreed. He had only paid the monthly mortgage 3 or 4 times before they ended up splitting the bills.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay, I got it. I'm with you.
The ex told the woman that his new girlfriend had moved in and that buy him out because he wasn't leaving. The lady was like, cool. She waited for her day off and went to the house when no one was home. Got her family to help her move in, and all 3 of them stay in that bitch. The husband, the wife and the girlfriend, the fiance and the girlfriend came home. She told him she wasn't leaving. They finally got tired of staying there. They stayed there for a couple months, and then the ex and his little harlot moved out. Wow. Niggas don't think about savage bitches like this when they doing shit like that.
Well, first off, nigga. First off, my nigga. You knew this woman. You've been dating this woman. You know this woman. If you're really paying attention, you know this woman got some savage shit with her, and you thought it was a game. You know what I mean? So this bitch showed you, nigga, you got the right one. He brought that upon himself.
And guess what? You know what color they was, right?
It was niggas.
No, they wasn't.
It wasn't niggas?
What type of woman you know?
Oh, no, I don't know.
In the beginning, the arrangements. The arrangements.
Oh, shit.
The arrangements
It's the mountain air that got to the best of them. The mountain air.
I'll pay for the mortgages up front. That.
Okay. It's the mountain air.
It's
You know what I mean? Because I had to think about that because, niggas ain't doing no shit like that. Mountain air. Stay away from the mountain, my people. White, black, injustice, green, purple, don't go near the mountain. The air is different there. It's going to make you act different and do different
be
shit.
Doing stupid shit like arranging this. Come on, man. What you got?
Just like the bitches that buy motorcycles for niggas.
And then fuck them in the ass later. But later for that.
Okay.
All right.
So, the story prior, you mentioned the fact of Dwayne Wade and their newly named daughter. So, I don't know. You were aware we had recently had the NAACP awards.
Yes.
I didn't watch that shit. Was it on? Because I saw Batman post. It was like Batman was fucking too through with that shit.
Yeah. Well, guess what, Batman? You're gonna enjoy this.
And even though it's not easy, I watched you walk out of that house every morning as yourself. I admire how you've handled the ignorance in our world. I admire it.
Dwayne Wade delivers a passionate speech at the 2023 NAACP Image Awards. The retired NBA star praises his 15-year-old daughter Zaya while accepting the President's Award with his wife Gabrielle Union.
Thank you for showing me that there's more than just one way to communicate effectively. You've taught me that communication with my mouth isn't enough. I have to also communicate with my 2 ears and my 2 eyes.
Dwayne calls Zaya an example of courage for the world and credits her for positive change in his life.
Zaya, you've made me a better human just simply by being who you were born to be, our baby girl, Zaya Wade.
The 15-year-old who came out as transgender in 2020 has been open about facing hateful comments online. In his speech, Dwayne praises Zaya for the way she has handled her journey.
Zaya, as your father, all I've wanted to do was get it right. I've sat back and watched how gracefully you've taken on the public scrutiny. And even though it's not easy, I watched you walk out of that house every morning as yourself. I admire how you've handled the ignorance in our world. I admire it.
The athlete also reflects on his own growth as a father.
Okay.
What did you just say? Say that shit again.
Want me to say it again?
You said, yes.
I said, where the fuck is Will Smith when you need shit out of somebody? Will Smith needed to be there, storm that stage, and slap him.
Okay, now, mind you, that was just Dwayne Wade, and that was the beginning part of the speech.
Okay. Is there more?
Oh, there was more, because Gabby took over. So I don't have the video for that, because based off of time.
Yes, I was going to say,
Gabby went hard. And honestly, I kind of respect the way her speech was.
I agree with you, Batman.
What did he say?
Batman said Gabrielle puts on a strap on and fucks the shit out of Dwayne Wade hard.
Okay.
Repeatedly. No Vaseline, no lube, and that's how he likes it.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
He just loves that anal stuff, doesn't he? Anyway, the thing is like I kind of I respect the fact that Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade are putting out there, and especially at the NAACPs, where again, the majority of the people who are against transgenders are black people, and especially with black transgender people. So I mean, a lot of people were praising them, clapping them. Mind you, you can say, oh, it's their peers, they're supposed to do that. But really, if you get a chance to see Gabrielle's speech, mind you, she was that, that mama bear. And it's like, look, I'm not fucking around. I'm going to support my child the best way I can. And I commend her for it.
Kudos for them.
Okay.
Here's a fun fact.
Okay. You thought I was not going to have a rebuttal to this?
You see, I tried to slide over.
Yeah, I tried it, but it failed. I agree with what Maddie said. Let's get this right out the way. You know what I mean? Because Maddie was like, they could have been discreet like Magic was with his son. You know what I mean? Magic Johnson has always been very discreet with his son and how they handle that. You know what I mean? These niggas want attention. Dwayne Wade is the epitome of a beta male. Right? Said this, and I'm standing on it. You know what I mean? Gabrielle runs that relationship. Gabrielle is the fucking nigga. She, everything goes through her. You know what I mean? I believe that. Now, you've used this child as a piece to make yourselves stay relevant in the public's eye today. You know what I mean? This is a kid. How old is this kid?
He's 15 now.
15.
Sorry.
He is 15. It is my prerogative to stand on what I believe in and call a motherfucker by what was on their birth certificate when they were born. You know what I mean?
That has now been switched.
It's been switched. Was it switched to female?
Yes. That's what the celebration and the thing was, that he is officially been granted.
Okay.
Granted
Back to what we were talking about earlier. This little nigga died, and 100 years later, or 1,000 years later, somebody dig up his motherfucking bones. And they dig up their bones and do the DNA check. What are they going to say it was?
And his dental records would identify him as Zaya.
And they're going to be like, well, something's wrong because his DNA...
Formerly known as Prince. I mean...
his DNA...
Right.
His DNA is going to state that it was a male. I'm not knocking. If that's your choice in your life that you wouldn't want to do, that's fine. But don't be mad at me when I don't want to address you as a woman because you're the same as a man. It's vice versa. A man that wants to be, you're a man. I'm going to address you as sir. I'm not going to address you as miss. I don't give a fuck what you identify as. You know what I mean? Because we had the same conversation in my house, and I looked at I was like, really? So I got to address him. I was like, so I can identify, because motherfuckers identify with whatever they want to today. Yeah. So I was like, well, fuck it then. You know what I mean? I can identify as my motorcycle. I want to be labeled as a Harley now.
Not a Kawasaki.
Well, you know.
See, now you got another fight coming.
That's another fight. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, let's and I should be allowed my opinions and my views on that. And I shouldn't be canceled because I don't agree with your fucking ideology and your thinking. I shouldn't be canceled for that. So as it stands today, I don't give a fuck. Fuck Gabriel, fuck Dwayne, and fuck them kids. That's a little boy. He's a boy, damn it.
Look, Maddie is turned up. She said she is not his mother.
Thank you.
His bio mother is losing her mind watching this baby going on with this.
And being forced into this. It's been child to this. You know what I mean? Come on. So, yeah, it is.
Here's a fun fact. I just came up with this because next month is Easter, right?
Uh-huh.
If the price of the eggs don't go back down, I'm gonna be Easter potato hunting. Will you come to my house?
Yeah, let's do that.
No eggs, because eggs cost too much.
We do potatoes? Potato hunt? Yeah, we're going to do potato hunt.
Yes.
Yo, Sandy said, I think that they are the public speaking out to stop some of the hate and violence against transgenders. It's not about caring it's about using the platform to try to stop the violence, especially in the black community. Okay.
So.
I get that. You know what I mean?
But let me ask you this question, Sandy, because I agree with what you're saying. And sometimes you need a pillar. You need someone that's in the public eye to kind of help people see certain things, right? But Silk said it earlier. You're publicly praising this. Why? Like, at the end of the day, really, who gives a fuck? Like, for real, at the end of the day. And I'm saying that as a woman who does not have a transgender child. I'm saying it as an auntie who does not. My gay nieces are still identifying as gay, but they are staying in their gender role. Okay. So maybe I'm speaking ignorantly. But I feel like I never felt the need to come on here. I never came on here and told you that my niece was gay, and I never came on here and said that. I never felt the need to. I never felt the need to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering why does that have to be said and done? I've never done it, and maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe somebody can. I don't see it as being ignorant. I don't see it as being ignorant. I mean, feel that they're using their platform for such. Now, if it's like what Sandy is saying, you know what I mean, the violence and everything like that, maybe it has a lot to do with home training and what's being taught these days or something like that in the community or conversations that are not being had. You know what I mean? And from our generation, you know what I mean, those were conversations that you didn't really discuss about. You know what I mean? Because it was shunned upon by that. If you were gay, you was in the closet. We was locking that motherfucker shut and you were in the closet. Period. You know what I mean? Today it's not like that no more. They're out in everywhere. All right, cool. But what I'm saying is, if I don't agree with you, now I'm transphobic. I'm a hater. I'm this. I'm that. I'm that. You know what I mean? Can you imagine?
I'm not allowed to have my own opinion.
Can you imagine not standing up when Gabby was talking strong, or when Dwayne? Can you imagine not sitting on your ass and just being like? Can you imagine what you would have got?
I was glad I wasn't in that motherfucking building. Because I was stood up and like, shut the fuck up. Walk down on the stage and slap both their bitch asses.
Keep your kid's
name out your mouth. Nigga, you won an award for yourself, but you over here talking about your fucking, your son. Like, what the?
Officially daughter.
Your son. I don't give official black ass, it's your son. He still got dick, don't he?
No.
Oh, he's 15.
She's not fully transitioned.
Nah. You're fucking 15, bro. You're 15, man. He's 15. I got a 16-year-old. You know what I mean? He's 15. They're still kids. They still learning. You know what I mean? If you're being forced in that direction, and it would seem like Gabby is the type of person that will push you into that direction. You know what I mean? It's different. But you're fucking 15. You still got dick. You're a boy.
What's the difference in between, and hear me out.
What the nigga do? Wake up in the morning and got a boner? What's that going to be?
Listen, what's the difference between, because you're saying Gabby is pushing, right? What is the difference between pushing the kid and not redirecting or not standing in and say, hold up? What's the difference between that?
Okay.
You think it's a difference?
It could be. So here's what I'm gonna say. At 15, you're gonna respect some of the decisions that they're making, but you can't just fucking give completely into that ideology and they thinking this is, kids change. Kids, I don't give a fuck. Carla, who we talking to? Who we talking to? Carla, who we talking to?
Man, I just called to say I hope Kiki stomp a big toe and trip up every flight of stairs going into her house.
Shut up, Ali.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on with y'all?
Hey, what's up, best friend? I love you.
Whatever.
Look, then he said go up the stairs and stump your big toe. You know what I mean? This is the only
What's going on with y'all?
This is the only man, right? That will, on your birthday, will look at you and tell you "fuck you" on your birthday.
Yes, and talk shit.
Nigga, and will talk shit to you on your birthday. We're supposed to like that shit.
That's what God told me to do. He told me to do it.
See, God told him to do that.
And to wear every sneaker that come out.
Man,
is that what God told you to do? God told you to say that and wear every sneaker that come out.
He's a plug. Yeah. You ain't never noticed? You've never seen him in the same pair of sneakers twice? Ever.
I need to talk to
ever.
So y'all talking. I don't know what y'all talking about on here, but it's not politics. We called to talk about politics.
All right, so what's on your mind, brother?
I just got a question for you. Tone, you got best friends, right?
Yeah.
How often do they call you?
Oh, they reach out to me at least fucking once a week. You know what I mean? If it's busy, you know what I mean? They'll even shoot a text message or something.
I mean, if they don't do that, then what you should do, Tone?
I don't know. Reach out to them, have a conversation, find out what the fuck the problem is. I mean, is there a problem? Is there a disconnect?
So if you did that already, what's the next step?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to start pulling back a little bit.
This is hypothetical.
Yeah, okay. Oh, trade them in or something, right, Tone?
You can trade them in. You can trade them
me in a long time ago. Listen, I traded you in too, so there we go. There's that.
It's like having a motorcycle, Tone.
Yeah.
A 2018 and that 2023 looking good. It's looking younger, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to trade
once you get older, start losing his memory and shit like that. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just asking a question.
Can we hang up on him? Thank you for calling. Do your thing, playboy. Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere.
Bye. Bye. Oh, gotta love it when the brother Ali calls in, man. Gotta love it when he calls in.
He's so butthurt.
You know what I mean? But like I was saying earlier, I'm not mad at these people, what they want to do, but this kid is 15. At 15 years old, kids go through trends. They go through phases of their life. You know what I mean? This may not be something, you know what I mean?
You gotta call her.
You gotta call her? Call her, who we talking to?
Tell Ali hush the heck up.
What?
Huh?
I said tell Ali hush the heck up. She mad.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, it's Nomi. What up,
though? Nomi, what's on your mind?
Yo, I have one question. So they were saying that he legally has changed from his gender on paper from male to female, right?
Yes.
Officially.
So if he hasn't had the physical change, how is it that they was able to change his gender on paper? That don't make no sense to me. How did that legally happen?
Exactly. The math is not math. And this is why I blindly said yes when he asked, does he still have his penis? Because you have to.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. What happened?
Man, right?
Okay.
Man, holla at me, because I'm not trying to be stupid or ignorant, ignorant, but I'm ignorant on this. Like, how do you change how?
Okay,
no dumb question.
So they can legally, on paper, change their name. Well, right as of right now, it's just a name change. The gender change hasn't happened.
Reread
Wait a
that,
minute, but
Tone.
no, he
Hold on,
said
hold on.
gender.
Reread that, Tone.
What?
Reread that. Go back to it. What does it say? What did you read? Officially, yes.
Well, Dwayne Wade's daughter was officially granted name change and gender change.
Come on.
Okay, so with that being said, they can refer to Zariah as Zariah and as a girl. Now, mind you, based off of on paper, physically, she's still male because she's not of age to have the actual change.
She's
To always be a man.
Yeah.
How old you
Okay,
have to
so
be?
that's some
You have to
bullshit.
be at least, I believe, at least 18, at least adult age.
See, it's who you know, because that shouldn't be. Like, Norma, you're correct. That shouldn't be. She should not be official.
That
It's
yeah,
Florida.
exactly.
People. It's
That's
Florida.
some bullshit. I'm all for if you want to change your name. I'm all for if you want to go through with the surgery and have all that, and then you be and you can legally, because that's your legal right.
Yes.
Regardless of if I agree with it or not, that is your legal right to go ahead and change your gender. However, this little girl, boy, whatever,
Boy.
and I'm not saying it to be funny,
Boy.
it's a boy, has not changed physically to be transgender. Right now, they're pre-op or whatever they call
His
it.
nuts are
He
just
is
starting
still
to
a
drop.
boy. And I can understand you want to legally change your name and his parents want to change his name. Fine. Listen, in the black community, we go by nicknames. So I didn't change my name right.
So here's my thing. We're doing all of this talk, right? And it's
you,
always
Nomi.
about
Thank you. Wasn't
it's
remember
always
no way.
about
You're right, though.
Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle, you didn't birth this child. Why isn't the mother? Why aren't we hearing from the mother and what she feels? Why are we being denied that? Or why is she being denied to speak on how she feels? Because that is her biological child.
But she doesn't have full custody. That's why.
Let me so Maddie said there's no age limit for this surgery.
They need really?
That's what she said. She said the start of some of these kids are young as 10.
Maddie, call me, baby. Maddie, call me. You know I love me some Maddie. Maddie, call me, baby. I need to understand that because at an age like that, they're still a tender age. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing yet. Now you motherfucking realize you get your motherfucking your twigs and pebbles cut off, and fucking 10 years from now you decide this wasn't really what I wanted to do. I really want to be a dude.
So let me ask you a question, Tone. So would it be safe to say that this only made the news because it's them? If she did not have this reassignment surgery, they just made the news because it's him.
I agree.
NAACP
I agree.
thing.
And you did this, and you chose that night to do that shit.
Come on.
Poor taste. What else you got, Kiki? Let's move on.
Okay. So
And Sandy, you're right. That should be considered child abuse.
It should be. Okay, so we talk so much about supporting our own, and with all the Jordans that our people purchase, why do we still support Nike when they don't give nothing back?
Because we're not there yet. We are ignorant. We're ignorant. That's a new fucking ringtone. Caller, who we talking to?
I swear every week I say to myself, I'm just going to sit and enjoy the show.
What's up, brother
I have a
Batman?
question.
What's happening, man?
Come on, Batman.
This is Batman.
Good morning. What up, though?
Listen, good morning.
Come on, drop some knowledge.
So when this young person start to get that wood in his life, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he start to get them 8, 9, 10 inches in his back, right? What is his mental chemistry going to be like? That's a question that I don't have answered.
Ooh,
now, I know that when a woman is receiving that back, she has a different mental chemistry than when a man is receiving sex from a woman. Does that make sense what I'm asking?
It does.
It does makes a lot of sense.
It makes me think.
So what is his mental chemistry? What thoughts are going to register in his spirit when he getting that wood in his back?
Oh, this shit hurts.
Man. Can you answer that, please?
Man, he's asking you to answer that question.
He said he can't answer it.
Okay, he's thinking.
Okay.
He's thinking.
first, I'm going to answer the one question prior. Based off of the World Professional Association for Transgender Health, they state that hormones could be started at age 14. So the process can begin at 14. But based off of an actual surgery, it has to be a later date.
So they broke the law.
Some surgeries are done. I'm sorry, correct that. Some surgeries can be done at age 15 or 17.
Because then they broke the law. Then this little boy been transitioning for years. He's 15 now. She was. If you looked at it, if you look at the process, the moment that Zariah officially wanted to be Zariah, I believe it was like 10 or 12, Yes.
but didn't address that way. So he dressed like a normal boy still. So, but didn't take the hormones.
Is he going to be able to experience a mental orgasm?
I don't know. You're 15 or you're a teenager, so who knows?
Because orgasms are mental too.
Yeah, it's a mental thing. Yeah, everyone has wet dreams or whatever. So yeah.
Now they said mentally they can't. Mentally they can't.
Thank you, Maddie.
Well, here's another thing. I'm listening to a podcast. Whatever. I'm listening to a podcast where the guest is a fully transgendered woman.
Post-op and all
Yeah,
that.
post-op and everything. Okay. And she's pretty much had to, they mentioned about her surgery, everything. And, and she had her first sexual experiences, after the operation. And mind you, she said she had orgasms and everything. It just, things happen.
So Corey says, but his boyfriend is a real life girl that IDs as a boy.
Yeah. Hers.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Zaya, the little white boy?
Yeah, they had the 8th grade prom or something like that recently.
So let me get this right. It's a real life girl that identifies as a boy.
Mm-hmm. So
what's the problem?
Why?
Why what?
It's you're heterosexual then. Like why?
Some
you're heterosexual.
Some transgender.
Can't make this up.
Transgender women still remains as heterosexual, like Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay.
She got her pebble still.
No,
that's gone, right?
No,
she still has her.
She
pebbles.
has breasts. I don't know. I don't think they ever. No.
All right. Well, let me get. This is a fun fact. Let's move on to fun facts. This is becoming depressing now. Let's talk about fun fact. Fun fact. Niggas is paid almost 80 grand a year to be a snitch. Yeah. Listen. Informants in Maryland and VA get between 76 and 80,000 a year on average. Followed by North Dakota gives 80K. Ohio, 79K. Iowa, 77K. VA, 76,000. South Dakota, Utah at 76. Vermont and Cali at 75.
I'm out. I will not work for where I work for this coming year. I'm going. All I gotta do is tell on some people.
That's why niggas is snitching has become a fucking a very normalized thing these days. You getting paid 80 on niggas, you ain't got to do shit else. Just run around, act like you down, get in the middle of some shit and tell on everybody. How does a W-2 look like? Is there a retirement plan? You got 401k?
Yeah, if you live long enough. You better get some health insurance, though.
Niggas is not killing fucking stitches. They're glorifying them.
Speaking of that lifestyle, Tone.
What's up?
Which years do you consider to be more dangerous? The 90s? The post-crack, like when the shit was the worst, or now? Which one is more dangerous? The 80s, 90s, or now? And you tell me why.
The 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? Because that's when you were not post-crack, when you were crack epidemic, and everybody was killing everybody. You know what I mean? I think then the bodies were dropping like it was going out of style. It was everywhere. You know what I mean? Because everybody was chasing that money and niggas were chasing that high. That was a fucking terrible time to survive. And shout out to everybody who survived that time and was able to make it out in one piece. You know what I mean? Because what back then. Now today, you have these days. Okay. These youngins have no moral code. You know what I mean? Hence coming from a lot of you crack babies. You know what I mean? And a lot of you that your parents was too busy in the street. So this is something that's still trickling down from the 80s and 90s. You know what I mean? That's leading into today. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I beg to differ.
Okay, come on with it.
You know why? Hold on, caller. Hold on.
What's up?
Social media.
Oh, I didn't even factor that into it.
These niggas posting when they had these niggas.
Yeah, I didn't factor that in.
That's why these targets are these people meeting their marks.
Okay.
You look at DC last week, right? At least 7 and condolences out to Ebony and Zoe Freeman, their 16-year-old son was gunned down a couple days ago. Okay. Like these Bammers is putting their location and people is finding them. So it's not like the 90s where you had to run across Tone.
Mm-hmm.
I see where you at.
So is that more along the fault? I mean, you're doing it to yourself. I'm not posting my location like that until after I'm fucking ready to leave the joint. I'm not posting while I'm sitting there. You know what I mean? Whenever I post my location, I'm walking out the door and I'm leaving. So you can't find, you'll be like, oh shit, Tone is here. You go to try to pull up on me. Yo, where you at? I'm gone, bro. I was there. I was gone.
Or rob your house in Stafford. Caller, who we talking to? What up?
Who we talking to?
Well, I can't get my name because you're making that much money as a tax-free money for being a snitch. Because I'm about to make some money. But people need to turn their locator off their phone, off their Facebook, because they can find out where you at any time. Yes. But if it's tax-free money, I'm snitching like a mug. I'm trying to tell you. So I can't give who this is, but because I'm about to make some money. But, yeah, people need to start really telling it that they see it and get past that, because things are starting to happen now. And, it's like you tell, but then you get penalized, if that makes sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to, help out and do whatever, but then when you do tell, now there's going to be a retaliation on you, your family. You could be people that don't have nothing to do with you. So where's the line at? Because they want us to get involved. Then when you get involved, now there's a price to pay for it. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But real talk, though, to Ebony Zoe, my condolences. I already sent a text and everything. But where is it? They want to tell, but then when you tell, now so who's working for who? You go to the cops, you tell them. Then when something happens, now you can't get help because now you done told. It's not like Miss Hayes or Miss Margaret looking out the window and telling, yeah, that's what they did. Mm-hmm. Now they're lighting up people's houses. It could be your house, but now 5 of our houses got hit because we were all the neighbors. So where's the line at? Where's the justice at? You can't videotape no more. I mean, you can, but then now they're coming after you. You can't go put reports in because now they're coming after you. So where's the line at? Where's the drawn, left or right?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So y'all be safe and love you guys.
Thank you. Love you too. Thanks for calling, baby. Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere. Mona said 80s and 90s. Nene said 80s and 90s. She said, Mona said 80s and 90s today. There are so many resources and outreach options that can help people.
I think I didn't factor in the social media aspect of things because we didn't have social media back then, right? That does play a part, but you talk about the 80s and 90s where, when you was in the motherfucking, back in the days in Sunrise motherfucking movie theater, you know what I mean, in Green Acres, and niggas, that was like one of the first movie theaters that I ever went to when I was a kid that had fucking metal detectors. You know what I mean? You had fucking security guards with metal detectors before you could even walk inside the fucking building because niggas was getting motherfucking hit. They head popped in the middle of a movie. You sitting there with the popcorn and the nigga blew your fucking brains out. That was a different time back then. That crack era when that shit came, because back in the 70s they had coke, and niggas was sniffing coke and sniffing powder, and it wasn't. But when crack came, and this shit was just nationwide. Bodies was dropping everywhere. You know what I mean? And so the crack era has faded itself out. But
the danger, if you could compare the danger of that, right? Just the drug. You don't live in Baltimore.
Okay.
We can ask Silk for real. The danger of that drug time as opposed to the 80s and 90s, you still going to stand with the 80s and 90s? I mean, the 90s.
I'm going to still stand with them for being the most deadliest, the most dangerous time to live. I'm going to still stand with the 90s because of, you know what I mean, what we expired, because you can't remove any part of that. You know what I mean? You have to keep it all together intact as one. And I'm going to still stand with the 80s and 90s was the most deadly time to live. Today is I'm not saying it's not dangerous out there. I'm not saying that. Yeah. What I'm saying is it's a different time. It's a different mindset. You know what I mean? It's a completely different mindset out there in these days and times. Now, the young niggas in the hood have no moral code. These kids have no moral code at all. You know what I mean? Life means nothing to them. Nothing. You know what I mean? Back in those days, you could get into a motherfucking scrap and y'all could beat the shit out of each other, Today, you try that with one of these youngers, they gonna kill you. They gonna kill you. You know what I mean? So there's a difference. But the 90s, was it a deadly time to live? Yes, it was, man. Everybody was against everybody. Everybody was fighting for that power because they wanted to be the man. So your life didn't mean shit. It was a different time then.
So let me ask you this. So you grew up primarily in the 90s, right? How many of your friends,
enough, a lot,
like compared to now, like every week, if you watch the news, Southeast, DC.
But DC, but this is what you acting like. You acting like in the 90s, DC wasn't popping like that though.
No, I wasn't here.
So wait a minute. So let's be realistic here because DC was popping like that back in the 90s.
With youngins.
With youngins, with the fucking crack game, DC was popping like that. Bodies was dropping like that. Somebody from Southeast, please give me a call and verify what the fuck I'm saying.
Chico, call me, Chico.
It was popping like that in DC back in the days. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like, it's like it is now. DC has been the same fucking way. Now the youngers you remove the drug game and they doing some other shit now, but it's still popping the same way.
Dang, I was in Michigan and listen.
Even being because I came here in the 90s. Okay. And it was popping here in the 90s. It was popping like it didn't matter. It was popping here, it was popping here. It was that's just what the culture was back then.
Did you experience death amongst your friends when you came here?
Yeah, I was here. Yeah. One or two, but in New York, a lot. You know what I mean? Because of the lifestyle we was living and the shit we was doing, you motherfuckers died, B. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You know what I mean? But that's was the lifestyle that we lived. You know what I mean? It was rough in those times, and I say that to say that era, that time, you know what I mean? That drug money, not the drug money fueled a lot of that. It fueled that shit. You know what I mean? Like, nigga.
I came on the tail end of it. So I did hear that Chocolate City.
Zoe, give me a call, Zoe.
Chico, one of y'all.
Yeah, one of y'all from Southeast. You know what I mean? Nah, you ain't blocked Ali. Call the number, bro.
301-761-1040. Yeah. Call us, the Southeast people. Because look, I just see and I hear.
So what Batman said. Batman said growing up in Baltimore in the 80s and 90s, 400 bodies a year. Definitely the most dangerous. That's here. So you got to take a look at every fucking city that was like that and bodies was dropping like that. You know what I mean? 400 bodies in a year? You know what I mean? You're not getting that. I'm not saying that bodies aren't dropping now. I'm not saying that. But back then, in the 80s and 90s, this was an ordinary fucking thing. There was an ordinary thing in Baltimore, D.C., fucking New York, Chicago. Chicago's still popping.
Detroit.
You know what I mean? L.A., all that shit. Like these niggas, this was the shit.
Oh, L.A. I didn't even think about L.A.
You gotta think about you gotta incorporate all that shit in there. You know what I mean? So when you look at today, when you looking at today, it's a difference today than it was then. Caller, who we talking to?
What's up, y'all? This is Trump. How y'all been?
Hey,
what's going on, Trump? It's good to hear from the Trump, bro. The good Trump. What's going on?
Man, this topic, man, I'm telling you what y'all talking about DC, I know firsthand. My brother, he was a hustler. He grew up, he was like right hand man. And this was in the early 90s, and you was talking about 420, 480 murders a year in DC.
Damn.
You know, it was the murder capital of the whole country. And then in the early 2000s, you saw it go down. But I'm gonna say something, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way.
And if they do,
Murder of any type is absolutely wrong. Don't give me this. But today, these killers today seem like they coming from more emotional little ass niggas than ever before. That's just my opinion.
Facts. I couldn't agree with more. It's more of emotions when it comes to these young kids. I agree with it.
I agree with you.
I agree with it. Like
I'm listening, y'all.
400, you know what I mean? Yo, we miss you, Trump. You know what I mean? I'm see you soon, Florida.
Miss y'all too.
You know what I mean?
Sir.
But
Yes,
sir. You know it.
when he said that, this was the murder capital. And people were getting, and so when you want to compare the two times, you can't. You know what I mean? And he's talking about, that was just D.C. Let's say the D.C. Baltimore, that's just that area. You're not looking at places like Philadelphia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's going on?
What up, Joe? What's going on, Ali?
Nothing going on, man.
Drop some knowledge real quick, bro.
So, Southeast DC was...
That's Zoe.
Yeah.
Go on, Zoe.
So Southeast DC was all kinds of shit, fucking mayhem back in the day. Excuse my language, but yeah, that's still, that's how it was. And it was like you said, it was filled with drug money. It was out because you was making that money so fast and it was coming in so much. So you had people dying left, right, up, down. It was, and the Constitution River, people bodies in it like damn near every day was somebody getting killed. Like growing up in Southeast when I was growing up, like, you know, when we reached age 18, it was straight. Yo, you reach age 21, you start believing in God. Yo, most of my friends I grew up with is not even here. Because all the stuff we was doing growing up, it was rough. It was hard. And if you wasn't on your P's and Q's or whatever and everything, you was the next one to go, especially if you was out there making that money, grinding like that, because the niggas down the street from Minnesota at 36, if they ain't fuck with you, they come through lighting your shit up.
See?
That.
See? But that's what it was.
Thank you, so.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Go somewhere, but don't go nowhere, bro.
Appreciate you calling.
You know I mean, but you thinking about, you gotta look back at those times. So you came from, you was in Michigan, right? Yeah. And in Michigan, it wasn't popping like that out there.
Fuck yeah.
So
that's why I ended up here.
Okay.
My father sent me here.
It was popping like that. So now you have to. Here's another city that you didn't think about, Miami.
Was Miami popping like
Miami
that?
was popping. If you go to Miami, right across the street. That shit is hood. Them niggas be popping over there, Slim. Don't think Miami is when niggas be. I want to go here and party. Nah, nigga. Miami gets it in. They gets it in down there. You know what I mean? That Dade County shit, they gets it in. There's certain places. So there's hoods everywhere you go. Back in those days, it was popping.
Remember Kentucky too. Remember that thing they did on Kentucky?
And you would think that this is in the middle of nowhere, you know what I mean? But these niggas is popping. Everywhere you went, wherever there was a hood at, it was popping. It was bodies dropping, Slim. It's just, and so when I look at back in those days was deadly. If you was a part of the game and you was hustling and you made it and you still here today, you're a fortunate person. You know what I mean? And you're gonna look at life a lot differently now. You know what I mean? Because you experienced what real war was like. Like fucking Batman said earlier, this shit was like Iraq here. You know what I mean? Just like Chicago.
You won me over with LA. Like I totally forgot about LA.
You can't forget about those places,
You won me
man.
over with that.
Nah, Slim. Them niggas was murdering for real. And for them, it wasn't just about drugs. It was this nigga got on a red shirt. I gotta kill him. Yep. You know what I mean? They didn't give, these niggas is shooting up funerals. Funerals! You already killed the nigga. Now you gonna come back and spray everybody at the funeral? Come on, man. Life was different back then, bro. It was mad different back then. So when I look at it now, you know what I mean? You look at life now. I'm not saying that life isn't bad now and murder is not happening now. It is, but it's at a different rate than it was back then. It was a little bit different back then.
So is that safe to say while some people hear?
Thank you, Batman. Please, you better school them about that shit.
When some people hear about murders, they ain't unfazed by it because of so much that you've seen in the 80s.
Yo, you become what is it? Desensitized to certain shit. You become when you start living that shit, when you live in a certain life, it becomes normal. You work in a hospital. You're used to seeing shit that we don't see every day. So for you, it's like, oh, that's nothing. You know what I mean? But now I see the shit and I'm like, that shit. What the fuck? Caller, who we talking to?
Hey, listen, I'm calling back. I was just listening to the last caller. I knew in school I could run track, but I never knew I could run so fast being at Crystal Skate and I think it was it Fat Rodney when he got killed? We were right there in the parking lot. East Side, never forget the death trap, one way in, one way out. But one that really sticks to me was a night when this girl got killed. We had just passed her, and she was killed by the fence, and she was something dealing with Brian Tribble and them. I never knew, from being from Charles County, we ain't have a lot going on, but when you talk about the D.C. all them killings, it came borderline. It came into Prince George's County.
Oh, yeah.
And every time we went somewhere, we knew we were taking a chance, and we had to go out. So I seen my fair share of stuff that happened. I remember one time I just put on the page. I was at Sam's car wash, and I'm standing right next to Rayford Edmond, get his car washed with all his boys, and was scared to death. Of course, had to get the car clean. But if you ain't never been, people have. I get it. People have had people, but to be right there and then see the stuff on TV was like, I made it home. But that era, after '89, I was done. It was like, club, nah, we go a little something down here. But if anybody knows East Side, Chapter, any of those places, you were gambling, playing dice, because you never knew. But we knew what was going on, but we still had to get up and go to the club. So I'm just sitting here having flashbacks like, wow, I'm sitting here now, and that could have been my last night. But I just tell everybody, just watch your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? If you have to, get that piece of steel and arm yourself, because you just don't know. Security at home, friends, family, everybody, just be careful. Love you guys.
Love you too. I mean, somebody said, Batman said, Miami is worse than B-more. You know what I mean? Fucking Chris Powell was like, Chris Powell.
Got somebody else. Yo,
what up, bro? What's happening? I was waiting for him to call back.
Yo, listen.
Come on, drop that shit, Ali.
Nah, Kiki had Man block my other number. I had to call from the bathroom. I know what's going on up here. Yo, okay. Yeah, I got two things I want to talk about. I got to talk about murders and everything. If you really based on what happened in the 80s, 90s, it was really based around the drug game.
Facts.
The drug game, the crack era, made us as a whole, black people, Spanish people, do things that you normally wouldn't do just to get that hit, to get that high. So, if you're going to talk about murder shit, back in the 80s and 90s, D.C. was the murder capital of the world.
It was.
And it slowly switched to, at the time, I want to say New Orleans.
New Orleans is another one.
Yeah. New Orleans was real bad, but I want to talk about something else. Y'all had a second topic that Kiki said Nike doesn't do anything for the hood. Why do we still support them?
Yeah, come on. I knew. Come on with that.
So I'm asking a question. What was that based off of?
Just a comparison between like Skechers and other shoe companies that take percent of their proceeds and give back to the community. And based upon the rumor, and I should say this, I'm seeing my fingers, the rumor that I think they separated Nike from Michael Jordan to say Michael Jordan did it. I think they separated that.
No, Michael Jordan wanted to separate himself because he made Nike $5.6 billion.
Okay.
So it's not separate. They did a 50-50 venture. So if you go, any sneaker people, anything, if you go on like the Nike sneaker app, it shows the Nike logo, and then directly behind it shows the Jordan logo, so they're a partnership. But as far as giving back to the community, I can only speak for New York, right?
Okay.
I run basketball tournaments. Not New York. Nike has rebuilt some of the worst parks in New York City. We did them with backboards. We did the whole park. They sponsor tournaments where kids don't have to put out no money. They give sneakers away. I done seen it. One of my boys play for Golden State right now, right? He's a rookie. Well, he was a rookie last year. He tried to do a tournament in his hometown in Queens. Nobody would back him. Nike gave him damn near, I think, $200,000. They had PS whatever given out. They gave away sneakers. They did a lot for it. And the same go for Adidas and Puma. Now, is it a play on black people so their sneakers can go up? 100%. But they are giving back. Okay. They're giving back pennies to millions, if that makes sense.
It does. Okay. Yeah, because when you said they gave him $200,000, that's nothing. That's pennies to them.
Yeah, and that $200,000 was just for a weekend.
Yeah.
So we talking about Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You understand? For him to do something for his community.
Yeah, but at the grand scheme of things, 200 grand is nothing, though. It's nothing.
They give back money, but I just believe anytime any negative thing surrounds anybody, they quick to jump ship on black people.
They do.
That's the topic that I don't like. Like, they give back, but if you do anything that doesn't fall under their strict guidelines, like let's use Kyrie Irving. He posted something on his Instagram. He never said nothing. He posted a film that was actually out at the film festival that black people were the first Jews. He posted that. He never said it. He just posted the link to it. They took his contract away. They put this man through hell for something he never actually said. He just posted the film. I think that's the more of a problem. Black people can't speak their mind. We went through slavery, was beaten, hanged, whipped. Jews went through a Holocaust. Y'all were burnt. Not to say it's even more or less of a pain, but why do they get more than black people? Just my thoughts.
What's up, man? I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That's good. Did he answer your question?
Yes, he did. Yes,
he answered your question. Okay.
Yes, he did. And speaking of the shoe, thanks, Ali.
Thank you. Go nowhere.
Speaking of that, they are gonna finally get rid of all these Yeezys that they have.
No. They made another contract.
Did they?
They if I'm not mistaken, Adidas and Kanye are working something out so he can sell off the rest of that inventory so they can recoup the money. They will not be making anything new. They're just going to try to sell off the inventory, and they're going to bring him back so they can sell off that inventory and recoup that money that they lost. So there won't be any new Yeezys. If you think that they're new, they're not. They're already made and just sitting there waiting. They got to recoup that money one way or another. A lot of them companies that bailed on him are realizing now financially they took a major hit as well. They're trying to recoup.
Somewhere in there, I believe that they're going to rename some of the shoes too. They're going to rename some of them. And I not heard like Phantom or Ghost or something. They're going to rename some of them. And you're going to get them at a discounted price. So bring them on.
I still can't wear that ugly fucking shoe. I can't wear that
comfortable.
ugly.
I just want to.
I heard that they were comfortable as fuck, but they ugly as shit, dog.
Listen, I reached back and bought some Hirachis, and let me tell you something. I am mad as beans. They so comfortable
Hirachis are comfortable.
Hirachis match my
Hirachis.
Yes.
Hirachis is Nike, so yeah.
They match my Winnie the Pooh hoodie that I got for my birthday. Thank you, Rob. But they're comfortable. What? I'm jealous.
It's about, back in the days you wanted to go for style, but I go for a lot of comfortability.
And then Hirachis they're cute. I just didn't want my heel out. But I bought some and they dope as hell. So bring on the Yeezys. Bring them on.
You know what I mean? I think Ali came along, he dropped some valid points. So I'm watching Anita, she was like, Nike is also ownership in the jail system. It's a business, honey. Everybody's got a piece of that jail system. They're going to get some of that money. There's money out there to be made. But I agree with, like you said, when Ali was like, yo, it's pennies to millions. They're going to make millions off of us. What they made off of us in the weekend buying shoes, you know what I mean, is not what they put back into the community. They put 200 grand. They gave his homeboy 200 grand to host the whole weekend joint, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? They give you 200 grand. Well, what did they make? What did they make that weekend? You know what I mean?
Gazuper billions.
You know what I mean? So you especially on a weekend like this when the fucking cool grays dropped, you know what I mean? Yes. I bought a pair.
Of course you did.
I bought a pair. You know what I mean? I'm guilty. You know what I mean? I think it was just hot. I bought it.
I wear size 9. Just so you
know. I mean, so I'm just saying.
10 if they narrow.
I think what he said is right. And then he was also talking about like back in the days, DC was the murder capital. It was the murder capital. You know what I mean? I'm not shunning New York because because growing up in New York was just as bad as too. Back in the days with the Fat Cat era, that shit was bananas. It was murder capital central too. It cracked, like I said. So you can't remove the drug because the drug fueled all of that. You know what I mean?
That's why people are so mad at the Reagan administration and people who dropped that stuff there. People are mad about
because they brought that shit in. They created that era when that era wasn't there.
Allegedly.
They created that era. You know what I mean? So when you're looking at it back in those days, in the 80s and 90s, that shit was rough. Shit was rough. You know what I mean? Like, it was real rough. You know what I mean? So, like, now, yes, you have the social media aspect. You know what I mean? And people posting up, I mean, and the little niggas is hungry. It's just a new way to motherfucking get it done now. You know what I mean? But for me, if I'm posting something, normally I'm posting when I'm leaving that I'm there. You know what I mean? Never there. Where else?
So we're gonna get into some did you knows. Next week I'm gonna drop a question for y'all, but we will not answer the question until next week. And the question is, and this is going to be the topic we're going to kick off next week.
Okay.
Do you think that the government is at war with us? And just keep that in mind. Do not answer that, and I'll give you my examples about why. But look around us. Just look around, and then we're going to get into some Did You Knows.
Okay, so we got some Did You Knows to get
some Did You Knows.
I love Did You Knows. I love the Did You Knows.
Did you know if woodpeckers are hungry enough, they will peck the back of other birds' heads and eat their brains?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. Wait a minute. So you're saying if a woodpecker is hungry enough?
Yes. They will peck the back of other birds' heads and eat their brains.
Didn't know that.
Now you do. Come on.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Is that bed bugs?
Come on.
Female bed bugs don't have vaginal openings, so males have to stab them in the abdomen with their penis.
You didn't know that, did you?
I sure didn't know
Did you wish you never knew that now?
I wish I didn't have to read that ever. I wish I really didn't.
Did you know that Alaska, Hawaii, Maine, and Vermont have banned billboard advertisements? You will never see an advertisement in any of those areas.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Did you know, without bats, we wouldn't have tequila?
Huh?
Which comes from the plant. What's the fucking I can't say the name of the plant that makes you make tequila. Agave, which is bat pollinated.
Wow.
Did not know that.
Did you know that fruit flies are kind of like me and you?
Yeah.
They look for alcohol when they get rejected. That's why they be in these areas so much. So you just got a whole bunch of fruit flies around your. They all depressed.
That's why they be at the boss.
That's what they be.
I ain't getting no booty. So
listen, and you know what happened to fruit when you leave it too long? It ferments. They looking for that shit. Depressed ass.
Okay. So I got one for you. Did you know dragonflies will fake their own death to avoid mating with unwanted males?
Don't you know some dragonflies?
If your lady playing dead, that means she don't want to mate with you. Dude.
I'm a dragonfly.
You're a dragonfly. You're a dragonfly.
Yes.
Did you know?
Did you know that millionaire, N as in Nancy, not millionaire, is a person with little or no money?
I did not know that. Really?
I know some. I just call them broke niggas. But their official name for them is millionaires.
Did you know, what is this, Heisenhower?
Yes.
Heisenhour? Whatever.
Yes.
Is a German word for those who are unable to poop outside of their home. Literally, a home shitter.
T-Mac is that.
Huh?
Yes. T-Mac is that.
What?
She's a Heisenhour.
She can't shit out.
She cannot poop outside of her house. She will not. We go out of town to events. Sorry, T-Mac, I know this telling your business, putting your business in the street, but she will wait till she get home. She cannot. And she be all backed up until she get home.
So y'all go away for the weekend?
She ain't pooping.
If she go on vacation?
She ain't pooping.
You gonna not shit?
She can't. She can't. Physically, she cannot.
She cannot. T-Mac, baby, we gotta talk about that. How you not going? Because if I got shit, I'm a shit.
Did you know
that
agnestis is that hard spot to reach between your shoulder blades? You know when you're trying to scratch.
Right in there?
Yes.
Yeah. Give a little stick, special stick.
Yes.
Damn. Those are some wild did you knows.
Some wild did you knows.
You know what I mean? Oh. Okay, I got one more. For our vegans. Guinness Stout is now vegan friendly. In 2017, they stopped using fish bladders to filter and remove yeast.
Who knew? He said dragonflies, the Capricorn. Shut up.
Yeah.
Did you know that Twitter, similar to Twitter's blues paid check, that check mark, the little tick, the new features will verify their Facebook and Instagram accounts using the government ID and get a blue badge. So you can get that same blue tick check on Instagram and Facebook, just like Twitter can. You know, you pay $4.99 a month or whatever with Twitter. You can do that with Instagram and Facebook now.
Oh wow! Okay.
And they said that for Instagram to be launched after this week also includes extra protection against impersonation and will be priced starting at $11.99 per month on the web or $14.99 a month on Apple's iOS system and Android. I ain't paying for that.
I ain't paying for that. You know what I mean? In other news,
Yes.
right? Kanye and Adidas have allegedly reached an agreement to help sell the rest of the Yeezy merchandise after begging for his help. Okay?
Yes.
Chick-fil-A has a new sandwich. It's a new cauliflower chicken sandwich. It's in the Carolinas now, but it's making its way north soon. I don't know if I want to try that.
I want to try it.
I go to Chick-fil-A for a chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich, not cauliflower.
Sorry.
Okay.
Here's something that will be helpful to everyone. Did you know the police can call parents to come pick up their kids if they don't have their parents with them? At this point, I'm ahead of myself.
Okay.
The malls are closing earlier because of safety issues, right?
Okay.
And the officers are now able to retain kids and walk them out if they don't have their parents. They said they can call their parents to come pick them up if they don't have their parents with them. At this point, we're giving them reign to be by themselves so far. So why are we changing the rules now? Said a shopper. They said they think the action is a little drastic, but the Maryland Columbia Mall already requested additional police patrols. So if your kids are 17 and under and by themselves, the police can usher them out. Because you know why? They stealing and fighting and shooting and shit like that. So sorry. It's a safety measure.
Did y'all know? Y'all heard about the gang member that killed Nipsey got sentenced to 60 years?
Nice.
I don't think that's enough.
Nice.
That's my personal. I don't think it's enough. But hey, it is what it is.
Justice.
Yo, and so shout out to Brittany Garner. You know what I mean, she returns to the NBA. She's got a 1-year deal with the Phoenix Mercury. I think I said, did she shave her dreads off? Whatever it is. Shave her dreads off or something? I don't know. I mean, hey, yo, Jermaine Dupri is going to do a fucking versus battle. You know what I mean?
With Puffy.
With Puffy. I think that's going to be hot. All us old heads are going to be tuning into that shit. You know what I mean?
Look for it.
Look for it. We're going to share it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to watch it. You know what I mean?
Don't forget my question. Don't forget my question.
Tell me your question
week,
one more time, though.
The question is, do you think that the government is at war with us? And just look around this week for things that are happening in these areas, i.e. derailments, and where they're happening at, and what that agriculture area is known for.
I see where you're going.
So please and thank you. Y'all check this shit out.
Right. I mean, yo, it's another fine Monday.
Another fine Monday.
We wrapping it up. Huh.
So the music says.
Yeah, so the music says, yo, look, so y'all gonna have some shit to talk about around the motherfucking water cooler with your co-workers and shit. You know what I mean? Keep the conversation flowing, man, until we see y'all next Monday. I'm Tone.
I'm Kiki.
Real Talk Uncensored, bitch.
Peace.